Greetings to you this morning. I am Omega Burkhart, the ministerial intern at the Unitarian Universalist Church, Rockford, Illinois. We're coming to you live this morning, December 6th at 10 a.m. And can you believe it's already the final month of this year? Of course, you may be coming to us at a different time altogether, and we're thrilled that you found us. Welcome to you and all that you bring with you this morning. You may be a member or a friend of this congregation, and you return to us in a spirit of community and togetherness. Welcome back. If you're new to our congregation and you come with a spirit of searching and wonder, welcome to you. If you come to us this morning with heaviness on your heart, or anxiety, frustration, sadness, we extend a special welcome to you. If you join us today because you are in need of worship, or perhaps you're a member of a different Unitarian Universalist congregation, a different denomination, or no congregation at all, welcome to you. Whoever you are and whatever you bring with you this morning, welcome. Also, welcome to Music Sunday. Tim Anderson, our colleague in worship and the music director here at the church, has created a wonderful, joyous celebration of the musical experience for you today. We will also be joined by other guest musicians and singers, and I know that many of you will find their presence to be uplifting and thought-provoking. And a little later in the service, we will have an experience that some of you may consider to be a trip down memory lane. Autumn Powell, our office manager, is running technology for us today. Lindsay Dunn, the Director of Religious Education, is also with us and will be exploring the theme of kindness, our monthly Touchstones theme, with a reading from the book Brownie Groundhog and the Wintry Surprise. Our worship associate, Brian Gustafson, has pre-recorded their testimony, and you will hear it a little later in the service. Chris Ainsworth, our membership coordinator, is at home but will chime in on the Facebook feed. Make sure you say good morning to Chris today. And of course, Reverend Matthew Johnson is currently on sabbatical and will return late in December. Please feel free to comment on our Facebook live feed as a way to build community during this time, but remember, it is a public space. If you are new to our congregation, feel free to like our Facebook page as a way to stay in touch, or you can go to our website and sign up for our newsletter. At this moment, I will ring our bell and we will begin worship together. Please join us in singing the first hymn of the morning. This is the hymn of the month for December, Filled with Loving Kindness, number 1031 in your teal hymnals. The flaming chalice is a symbol of our faith, a beacon for truth, a fire for justice, and a warmth for the soul. As the chalice is being lit in the sanctuary this morning, and you light your home chalices as I have done here, or perhaps just the chalice of your hearts. Speak together the covenant of our church. The words will be on the screen. I believe in kindness, also in mischief, also in singing, especially when singing is not necessarily prescribed. These are the words of poet Mary Oliver. Welcome to our Music Sunday and also our first service of the month of December, during which we will be exploring the theme of kindness. I believe in kindness, also in mischief, also in singing. Earlier this week, I was chatting with a few of you during office hours, and I mentioned that I love to sing. One of the greatest joys I have is singing out loud, really belting it out. I love to sing along at concerts. I sing alone in my car. In the before times of church, I loved to sing in that congregational space. I love to throw my hands up in the air and feel that energy of all of those voices combined. And when I'm cooking, I really let it loose. And on a more humorous note, here's a small kindness I do for you all. I actually don't sing for you. Nobody wants to hear me sing, I promise. This month, as we explore the theme of kindness, let's think about the ways that we give and receive this special blessing, the special blessing that is kindness. The music today is a sort of kindness for me because it feeds my soul and renews my spirit. I hold out my hands and I can feel those vibrations. My attention to that music is a way to honor the gift of music and to honor the time and preparation and training that our musicians have had. What kindness can you extend today? And what kindness will you receive?
Good morning. I'm Lindsay, and I'm the Director of Religious Education here at the church, and I'm happy to be with you this morning. Our story this morning is Brownie Groundhog and the Wintry Surprise. On a December afternoon, Brownie Groundhog and her friend, the fox, shared their picnic with a new friend, Bunny. A thin crust of ice rimmed the rocks around the pond. The fox picked crumbs out of his fur. "Perfect picnic, Brownie," he said. "What's next?" Brownie yawned. "Nap time." She wound her scarf around her neck. "I'm going home to sleep until spring." "Already?" The fox's chin quivered. "What about me?" "You'll be fine," said Brownie. Each word puffed out of her mouth on a tiny cloud. "You can do wintry things." Brownie packed up her basket. "Just don't wake me up and don't eat Bunny. She's company." A few days later, Bunny bumped into Fox, moping along the path. "You seem blue," said Bunny. "I am." The fox felt whiny. "It's so cold." "Move faster," Bunny suggested. "Try to trit-trot." She zigzagged lippity-lippity over the frosty ground. "Can't." The fox slumped against a stump. "I'm too sad from no Brownie and nothing to do." Bunny draped the fox's tail around her shoulders. "Too bad your tail can't reach your neck," she said. "Then you'd have a snug scarf for doing wintry things." The fox sighed. "A cozy red one," he said, "just like Brownie's." "No fair," said Bunny. "She doesn't even need her. She's sleeping." "That's right," said Fox, suddenly cheerful. "Let's go borrow Brownie's scarf." "Are you sure this is a good idea?" asked Bunny as she crept into Brownie's house. "Positive," said the fox. He leaned over the bump in the bed. "Hello," he said. "May I borrow your red scarf?" Brownie's answer came out sounding slurry and drowsy. "Beaky white, am slippy," she said. "Doony dizzer." Bunny tugged the fox toward the door. "Let's go," Bunny whispered. Brownie just said, "Be quiet. I'm sleeping. Do not disturb." "Nuh-uh," said the fox. "She wants me to look in the dresser, but don't worry, I'll be extra quiet." The fox spotted Brownie's scarf and a woolly sweater. Then he reeled out strings of lights. "Ooh," he said, hatching a plan. "These'll be great. We can use them for looping and twinkling." "How?" asked Bunny. The fox scratched his ear. Then he gave the Brownie bump a nudge. "Psst," he said. "Is it okay if we grab a ladder?" Brownie sounded fuzzy and muzzy. "Gooey wave. Stop blobbery bee." She snuggled deeper under the quilt. "We need to leave." Bunny's eyes were as bright as buttons. Brownie said, "Go away and stop bothering me." "No, no." Brownie said, "Go ahead and use whatever you need." The fox rummaged in the closet, thumping and bumping, clattering and clanking. "What's this stuff for?" asked Bunny, loading up a wheelbarrow. "You'll see," said the fox. He waggled Brownie's shoulder. Excuse me," he said. "Hammer?" Brownie sat up, groggy and foggy. "Bumble crumpet, lemon sheep." "Did he say trumpet?" The fox clapped. "A trumpet would be terrific." "No," said Bunny. "She said, 'Let me sleep.' She sounds kind of mad." "Silly," said the fox. "She's not mad. She's sleeping." The fox jumbled in the cupboard, hunting and grunting. "Lucky us," he said, "a hammer and a trumpet." When the fox had everything he needed, he teetered the wheelbarrow down the path. Bunny trooped along behind, scooping up whatever spilled out, and then they got to work. They twisted and twined, decked and draped, wrapped and snapped. Bam, 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 bam. The front door flew open. "Hey!" Brownie was wide awake. "Well, hi," said the fox. "You're up early." "What do you think you're doing?" snapped Brownie. "A wintry thing," the fox pointed at the wreath. "Sorry about the noise," said Bunny. "It isn't really noise," said the fox, steering Brownie out the door. "It's more of a surprise." Bunny tootled on the trumpet while the fox beat the drum. They marched 3 times around the tree so that Bunny could admire it from every angle. "A wintry surprise," said Brownie. "So jolly. What else have you got?" We've got the hungries, said the fox. Let's fix a wintry surprise holiday feast, Bunny nodded. With pie, she added. Around Brownie's table, the candles glowed. There were streamers and poppers and crackers and snappers. The fox passed out presents, and everyone put on party hats. They dangled spoons from their noses and sang songs and giggled until they got the hiccups. Bunny slurped 3 helpings of carrot soup, and the fox stuffed himself with stuffing. I've never been to a holiday feast before, said Brownie, but this was the best ever. Everyone agreed. Outside, the first big snowfall of the season blanketed the path. Brownie stretched, happy and dozy. Time for sleep, she said. Sweet dreams, said Bunny. See you in February, said the fox. And not 1 second sooner, said Brownie, as she shuffled off to bed. When the dishes were put away, Bunny and the fox tiptoed out of the house. Moonlight glowed on the snow and the lights twinkled in the tree. That was nice, said Fox, but I wish we had a little more pie. Surprise, said Bunny, and they ate up every crumb.
We continue to worship online and will do so for the foreseeable future. We have some upcoming events, including the auction that is going on right now. You can check them out in our newsletter and on social media. In the meantime, please check in with each other. If you're thinking of someone you usually see, reach out, give them a call, send a text or a note. Especially this time of the year, it's wonderful to stay connected. We now take up an offering to support the work of justice and mercy in this world. In the bleak midwinter, to quote the final verse of hymn 241, in the bleak midwinter, in this world of pain, where our hearts are open, love is born again. 80% of what is collected today will go to the Cornucopia Food Pantry, a local organization here in Rockford that supports and sustains families through times of food insecurity. Thank you for your generosity. You can give online by texting the number on the screen or by going to www.uurockford.org/donate. Be sure to select Share the Plate there. We also ask that if you are in the habit of making your gifts toward the operating budget, your annual pledge on Sunday in person, that you can make that gift online or send a check to the church. Help us keep our staff and operations funded during this time. The offering will now be given and received.
Good morning. My name is Brian Gustafson, your worship associate for today. The amazing technology that allows me to have spent this week in Bosque del Apache Reserve, New Mexico, photographing the geographic and avian beauty for which this park is famous, and still submit my testimony is wonderful. Equally wonderful has been the spiritual uplifting it has engendered for me, especially during this time of bizarre political discord. Isolation in the desert has been a remedy for watching too much news and has allowed me to cogitate on our topic of kindness. This value, taught by many to their children when young, seems such a basic idea. Be a friend, hold the door, be polite, do unto others. It seems so simple, well suited to young children, and yet I'm reminded of how difficult it is to be kind in life as one's default projection of self. It can be easy to get snarky about those who are different, who don't fit in our world. It has been even harder during these polarized times. As I look at my inability to listen carefully to those of other political persuasions, I notice that I rationalize my less than kindly response to them with justifications that are unflattering. I have screamed at the television far too much this year to allow me to feel complacent about the simplicity of the concept of kindness. I don't know how the saints of our lifetimes have been so successful in achieving this balanced belief of kindness. My grandmother was such a person. My mother was as well. I am not that person, especially as I have pondered this month's theme. I am aware I believed that I was, but that's not true. I am unable to find kindness for the chicanery and thuggery within our government. When our president seeks to execute criminals at an accelerated pace through newly anointed methods of execution prior to his departure from office, I can't listen before rejecting the premise. If selling executive pardons has become the norm, with a likely increase in sales during the last months of his presidency, I can't find it in me to be kind. Breaking laws has consequences, or should. If not, this nation is in serious trouble. Allowing, even forgiving, illegal behavior seems to me not to be a solution. It can be difficult to be kind. Some believe that children are able to learn kindness as well as to learn to be unkind. Therefore, if true, I can hope to regain a better and more consistent ability to be kind through work. As the Dalai Lama suggests, kindness leads to love. What a fine world if we could all achieve that through kindness, and what a consistent effort towards our UU goals and principles. My takeaway from this process is that I have become less kind over the past 4 years, that I am quick to discount the worth of others based on their actions and speech. I know that I believe that the current government needs to be held responsible for their illegal actions if they are proven. At the same time, knowing that I am imperfect might suggest that some temperance of reaction should be considered. If only I can.
Good morning. Our reading this morning is the poem White Eyes by Mary Oliver. It's a poem about the approach of winter, a soft look, even a kind look, a magical look at the advent of our coldest season. White Eyes. In winter, all the singing is in the tops of the trees, where the windbird with its white eyes shoves and pushes among the branches. Like any of us, he wants to go to sleep, but he's restless. He has an idea, and slowly it unfolds from under his beating wings as long as he stays awake. But his big, round music, after all, is too breathy to last, so it's over. In the pine crown, he makes his nest. He's done all he can. I don't know the name of this bird. I only imagine his glittering beak, tucked in a white wing, while the clouds which he has summoned from the north, which he has taught to be mild and silent, thicken and begin to fall into the world below like stars or the feathers of some unimaginable bird that loves us, that is asleep now and silent, that has turned itself into snow.
Good morning. Welcome to our December Music Sunday. Nothing has changed since May, and so we're not following our usual format, but like we are doing in all aspects of our lives these days, we're adapting accordingly. Before I speak a little bit about the music for today, I'd like to take a second to offer some thank yous to first and foremost, our guest musicians today, Rachel Handlin, Aria Beert, and Mike Beert. We know them well. We're always glad when they're here. I also wanted to make sure to thank Delon and Carol Fox. They are the curators of the videos that we have from the Fusion days, and I asked if they would please find some of the recorded pieces that were used on Fusion, and they were happy to send a whole bunch of them. So I hope to feature different selections in the coming months. But the selection for today, Great Day, with our soloist, Gail Kettler, who is in North Carolina now. I don't know about you all. I enjoyed seeing that group as it was 20-some years ago, maybe not quite 20 years ago. I enjoyed seeing some faces that we don't get to see anymore, and I enjoyed seeing the faces of the people we do get to see, who are still in the Unicantors after all these years, and of course, under the excellent directorship of Kay Hotchkiss. I wanted to say a thank you to Mary Caskey for agreeing to read the Mary Oliver poem this morning, which I think fits so nicely with the theme and with the music. I wanted to thank Brian Gustafson for his testimony, and I also want to take a moment to thank all of the people from the staff who make worship happen every week. We have glitches from time to time, but this is, more than anything, a work of love. It's our job, sure, but it's more than that to us. And as is always the case, when people do their jobs well, things seem like they just go right along. It takes a lot of work. So I want to especially thank Lindsay Dunn for her help selecting the story for today and doing an excellent job presenting it as always. I want to thank Autumn Powell for running our technology. I don't think any of the rest of us could do it. And I want to thank Omega Burkhart for all of the parts that she added to the service today, and also for compiling everything for us so that we could present it to you today. I am very grateful for all of the people that I have the pleasure to work with, musicians, staff, and everyone. So it's not our normal format. Normally we'd have the choir present a major work with guest musicians based on some theme or other. So we don't have the choir today, we don't have a major work today, but we do have guest musicians and we have a theme. And our theme is winter. Our theme for the month is kindness. So how can we find a way to express kindness in winter? And not just winter, literal winter, but metaphoric winter. This has been a year of great challenges, and there are only more challenges to come, and we all know that. Today's pieces are meant to offer an opportunity to find a moment of calm, to find a moment of peace, to find some fun, perhaps, in our winter. This winter that is really not just about the weather, it's about the daily struggles that we have living in a world of cold and difficulty, whether because of weather or circumstance. So all of the selections today touch on the theme of winter. I hope that you'll take this moment to enjoy this music, to use it to help center you as you consider how you are going to be facing the winter that is before us. So I hope you find a moment of calm, and I hope that you find ways to connect in the way that only music can connect us with other people, because kindness in winter is about finding those connections with others through music or otherwise. Stars twinkle watch when light is dim, on the light the gold shall brim, shining beyond the frosty veil, bright as sunshine to them. People look east and sing today, while the star is on the way.
As we close our worship service this morning and extinguish the chalice in the sanctuary and the chalices in our homes, I will leave you with these closing words by David R. Chapman. They are entitled, Join Hands, Join Spirits. After the reading, please join us in our sung blessing of closing. Good friend, your soul is within me now, and I hallow your spirit with my love. Our peace will come and goodwill shall be done, and we will learn that our earth is our heaven. This day and all days I offer you my bread, my hand, and my heart. I ask your forgiveness for my injustices, and I will always offer you mine in return. And if we yield not to unkindness, we shall deliver our souls from evil. For ours is the joy to find glory in the good that we do and the love that we share, forever and ever. Amen.